So today's workout, I started off with 1 hour on the manual treadmill, walking backwards, and so for the first 30 minutes it was backwards straight. Then in the middle, did some lateral walking, some forward faced walking, but since it's on high resistance, it's kind of like you're walking like a constant uphill. But yeah, just mixed in after the first 30 minutes of backwards walking, mixed in lateral walking, backwards, forwards, all of that. In any case, after that, just did some upper body warm-up exercises to kind of get the blood flowing. And now I'm into some sled stuff, and this is my third set. Starting off with towel grip sled rows. So I have a towel wrapped around the TRX handle on the sled. The towel grip is, I guess, slightly different than the regular TRX handle. It forces the forearms to work harder. Plus, I'm able to rotate my wrists a little freer, which ends up giving me a deeper stretch of the lat when I row the weight. So like if I internally rotate my wrists at the bottom, or like when my lat's fully stretched, then it exaggerates the stretch. And then as I'm rowing, I'm bringing the towel kind of like I'm rotating my palm upwards. I'm also sitting back into the row, which allows me to further exaggerate the stretch and use my legs in unison with the back to pull the weight. Then doing a sled push to bring the weight back. And then ending off the circuit with alternate staggered kettlebell swings. For 5 each side. So yeah, that was my third set. Going to do one more, and I think the rest of the workout, or at least majority of it, is going to be similar stuff, where there's a sled movement and then a kettlebell movement. So for the next circuit, I'm going to do forward sled drag, so I'm going to turn back that way But what I'm going to do along with it is hold a kettlebell with a towel on one side uh, to add like a farmer carry sort of component to it. And also there's going to be an offset load which will force my core to stay activated. Um, these kind of movements I first saw Tom Havlin do. Tom Havlin is like this Australian strongman. He doesn't compete, but he's super strong. And anyway, uh, his workouts would have stuff like this in it. So the movement looks like this. So I'm holding the kettlebell in a towel grip on one side. The towel grip forces my forearms to work harder and also creates an instability component to where when I'm moving it kind of dangles and forces my core to kind of brace for the changes and then just dragging it forward. So I went with the right arm one way. Now I'm going to come back with the left arm. Finishing off the circuit with medicine ball slams moving side to side. So looks like this. Getting exhausted. Going for 5 each side of that. But yeah, that's the circuit. 4 sets like the previous one. And then on to something else. This next variation is definitely a little over the top, but I wanted to try it anyway. So I'm going to do a single arm sled drag with the sled while holding on to the farmer carry bar with the other hand. And this is my second set of it. So yeah, just watch what I'm doing, I guess. So for one way, I'm going to be dragging the sled with the left arm and then holding the farmer carry bar in the right arm. I'm holding the bar in front of you or in front of me instead of to the side. This kind of movement definitely seems over the top and unnecessary, but it's a difficult movement endless. And to a certain degree, if you visualize yourself to be, uh, I guess, some sort of superhero in a battlefield or something, having to drag the bodies of your enemies while carrying supplies in the other, you know, you can think of things like that and definitely kind of feel cool while doing stuff like this. At least that's what I do. Imagine like a medieval battlefield, and after the battle, you have to drag the bodies of your enemies and also your supplies. Oh. As you guys can probably see, I watch a lot of anime and cartoons, which is why my mind works that way. Uh, and usually when I'm working out, those are the kind of things I visualize to pump me up during the workout. In any case, finishing off with 3 snatches on each side. Oh, that was my second set, and probably gonna do 2 more. So just thought I'd record my top set. Went to 4 plates on the sled and then added a 25 on the farmer carry. Oh, huh? Yeah. Oh. All right, now time to go back. The idea of this is just to do something super difficult to end things off. All right. And ending off with the snatches. Oh, so like the stuff at the end over there. I mean, if you're gonna replicate it, definitely be careful. Uh, you know, especially if you're putting that much weight on. I'm pretty confident in my body to hold up with all the mobility stuff that I do. So this exercise shouldn't be something I would say replicated right off the bat as your first choice. But if you're someone who's confident in the integrity of your body and all of that, then it's, I guess, a pretty hardcore variation to try out, or at least a much more difficult variation to try out. And I like doing stuff like this. So this is just a personal preference as far as doing things to keep the workout interesting and challenging. But there's definitely a lot of other stuff that can be done. But I do think there is a place for all these weird variations that help overall strength and development. In any case, that was my last set of the workout. I'm gonna head to the sauna, and yeah, kind of a weird workout, but a difficult one. So that's all that matters. That's all for today's video. See you all tomorrow.